Good. Good, good, good. I hope. I hope it's still running. Mm. Oh, I hope you had a good week, Lucas. I have seen a lot of things on. I've seen a lot of things on the social medias, and oh my goodness, I'm seeing so much nonsense on social media for the past week. And it gave me like almost record time setting up this stream. The stream thumbnail, the stream idea, everything, the stream topic, everything. Because of how stupid everything is. The posts I'm seeing, the news I'm reading, everything. I'm just going to cover a bunch of things I've been reading. But that will have to do for later. I have 25 minutes for some me time. I'm going to spend that time watching things I enjoy. By things I enjoy, I mean you will know. All around me up from here. Yes, yes, it is. I haven't gotten a chance to watch this. Let me see. I want to watch something with the lurkers today. For the 25 minutes before the stream officially starts. Okay, that's a correct page. Let's see. Ah, you do is funny.
You can.
Sorry. Sorry, yeah. Let me move the screen size a little bit here. There we go. Hello, Embro. Hello of you lurkers who say hello to me, like Zenart, like Daisho. Hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Merrick. Wah. Oh, Romeo from Blue Faces. Yeah, that's a nice comment. Mew, welcome. Commenting. He's here. No, don't call me that anyway. Let's just let me unwind before I start getting stressed up.
You've never seen anything like this. It's just one of those beautiful Sunday days, and you got a lot of work to do, but you don't want to do shit. Just look at this guy wasting time. Get back to work, you lazy dude. And look at this old geezer wasting gas to go drive absolutely nowhere in Ohio. When things break, it's easy to gift up quickly, but don't do it. Don't gift up right now. You have to repair the things that break, or Phil Swift is gonna stick some tools up your booty hole as punishment. That broken pipe is broken, but not anymore. See, completely fixed. I bet you thought it was gonna leak. It's not gonna leak. Cause it's watertight. You absolute dumbass. Stop wasting time waiting for it to break. It's not gonna break like it usually would in a YTP. The only thing we are breaking right now is the fourth wall. Just fix it, and you're ready to fix it. Just fucking fix it. Already? iPhone geezer. Time to fix your old crappy truck. You can seal up leaky radiators, or seal up ratty leaky radiators, or rat up leaking radiators, or reattach rears, so you can get gas for years. Here. Look, it's reattached. I saw this rubber race car in half. Damn it! Screw this crap. We're gonna saw the branch in half.
Oh
Is
no.
that old geezer still dry? Figure out no fucking I.
Kids remember the days of YouTube Who?
Let's see if it's gonna break. Yeah, it breaks. Woo, 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 woo. That was a mistake. How about a little metal? Techno.
Hey, strong bud. You like techno at all?
Techno. No one should take a pool from a swimming pool.
I'll just poke a hole in it.
It's against the rules.
Liquid, solid. Liquid, solid, liquid, solid. Liquid, solid, liquid, solid. Liquid. We're gonna show you the power of super wet surfaces. Excuse me. I just need to activate my wood until it's rock solid.
Oh no.
I have an 8-ton semi, and now we're gonna stick it places. I'm gonna blast huge holes through my boxers with how much liquid there's gonna be. Well, I just missed my pants.
Oh dear.
Phil Swift is the ultimate in extreme bondage. Damn
Oh
it!
my god.
I got decapitated. Maybe you're an axe murderer, and you'd like
Oh,
the
wow,
smell of rotting
the
flesh.
Xbox 360 achievement. The Xbox 360 achievement was really quite the nostalgia trip.
And you'd like the smell of rotting flesh. Decapitated. Maybe you're an axe murderer, and you'd like the smell of rotting flesh. Oh no, not my wood.
That's got to hurt!
Check this out. I rearranged all these letters into total nonsense. Oh no! Someone this fish pan, and it was not me. You can trust me.
Yes, one guy you have chosen a
Fishing in
really
the
odd
fish
time
pan
to
is
join the
better
stream.
than fishing in the fish pan. Now I on this in the fish pan. Motherfucker! Are you kidding me? That broken pipe is so stupid. That damn pipe can eat my entire ass. Now that broken pipe is broken forever.
Hi, Billy Mays here for Mighty Putty.
You're too late, Billy. The damage is done.
All you have to do is turn back time. Because this entire thing is not white heat. After all,
Fine, I'll do it. Yeah, please.
great. Now use Mighty Putty.
It's not gonna work.
Damn it, Bill, just try it.
See,
It worked.
didn't
No,
work
no,
at
it
all.
didn't work.
Shitting me?
It didn't work
you
at all.
are not using it right. First, you've got to cut like dough. Simply
Need to activate? Yes, I fucking know that already, but I don't care. Go back to Dad, Billy.
Oh no.
But I'm not done yet.
Yes, you are. We made this entire screen black so you can easily see nothing. Because I am so over this. Screw everything.
Whatever. I want to show you something from the afterlife. Take a look at this. Wow.
Oh no.
You've got to see this.
That's amazing. Look at this thing.
You gotta see it to believe it. You'll never see anything like this again in your entire life. I guarantee it.
We're gonna do it one more time with the trucks. Flex Seal Epoxy is the ultimate in extreme bonding.
Oh no.
Now,
Oh no.
help. Please,
Help.
please have patience. If you have patience, you're gonna have patience. This thing in the fish pan
Isn't safe, and in some states, it's even.
You need air that's built to last. Air that's built to last. Air that's built to last. Air that's built to last.
Oh no.
CBS has been shitting on virtually every Flex Seal commercial for the last
It's
10
not an
years,
Asian.
and
It is not an Asian meme. Yes. CSS 188 is a. How should I say it? A fixture of the YouTube community. One of the front runners and the oldest YouTube poopers. And he's still going strong. And I love it.
I don't know why. All those other epoxies, you gotta buy one for wood and glass and metal and put it all inside this guy's backside.
Why? Oh no. Welp. Still have some time, got 15 minutes. How do you like any lurkers here who are of more recent aged? Maybe in your early 20s? In your early 20s? Some of you probably forgot or are unaware of the treasure trove that is the golden age of YouTube poop. It was an amazing moment. There's more, by the way. Let's see, any more good YouTube poops? There's a lot. There is a lot. One of my favorites was... Not of my favorites was this one, but... Well, I probably watch that tomorrow because there's a lot of copyrighted music in that one. A lot of copyrighted music. Let's see what others were good. There's a lot. Let's see. I'm going to find something that is nice. You're still an infant, pardon. Yes, you're pardoned. Presume what YTP was saying something back in the day. I remember one of a guy kept screaming cucumber. What was a good one? Let me check. There is a lot. Let's see which is a good one. Oh, now here are classics. Here is a classic. This is from 12 years ago. This is from 12 years ago, lurkers. 12 years.
Hurry in for a free $2 Fridays gift card when you buy 10 Caribbean menus. Only at TGI Fridays. Hurry in for a free menu. That's right. Buy 10 Caribbean gift cards for free ribs and all. That's right. You. Hurry with free trays. Only at TGI.
I know Southerners associate death with love. My grandmother and Paul, she taught me how to make my worst pot of chicken. I dumped everything out. And my cooking is passing gas. It's really important that you get a big rack. I'll never forget the day I had a big rack. The day I called my grandmother.
Oh, no.
I was going to cook all these awful meals. When I finally stopped to take a breath, I said, "Grandmother, are you there?" And it was just silence. "Grandmother, are you there?" I didn't realize she was deaf.
No.
This is one of the treasures in my kitchen, y'all. And it came out of my grandmother's bag.
Oh no.
I think the simple things in life are associated with death. I'm gonna be making every meal except breakfast. There's 3 ingredients: plain cornmeal, sauce, and grandma. And you can hear my grandmother sizzling. Pauline, have you lost your damn mind? The food is really kind of a vehicle. Food is really My grandmother tastes the best. Look at that.
Horse.
She was so good. I didn't realize just how tasty my grandmother was.
Oh no.
Oh, I love that connection that Southern cooking has to losing my damn mind.
Just when you try things to satisfy a big appetite, something new comes along from Taco Bell. New, better, newer, with a taste, a big beef boner. Come. The new Super Combo Taco. Think you can handle?
I cannot believe how it's still funny. Why these are still funny even 10 years ago.
Order Taco Bell. Order Taco Bell. Super long taco boner to satisfy a big tight ass.
Oh no.
Introducing the 99-cent Super Duper Taco. Taco Bell
Oh
has
no.
a road to make a run. Order Taco Bell.
Oh,
It brings back so many memories.
oh my memories.
Oh,
Oh.
I can taste my mother, that beautiful red-headed woman, standing on her stove, flipping the bird.
Oh no.
Really are associated
No, I
with good
haven't.
memories. And it
Or maybe
brings
I
back
have tried
so
it.
many
I don't know the
memories,
name.
something that
Thank
really
you for
takes
the
me
sub.
back, reconnects us
Thank
back
you
to
for
our
the
childhood
renewed
memories.
membership,
Takes
Johnny.
us right back. The memories. That's the way I want them to remember me.
Oh no.
The food is really kind of hairy.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is another good one. This is another good one. This is from 11 years ago. One of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. And just 7 minutes. Perfect time. Perfect time. This is one of my favorites.
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace, cybersex, interactive app site, a window to the web type, searching for reality. Get online, take a spin on the internet.
Hey there, this is my brother Peter, mom and dad, and I'm Shasha. Today we're gonna be to the basics of the internet.
It'll be cool.
Now here's a little background. I got the whole family installed on our computer. It was a lot of work, but it was really worth it.
Now that I've gotten on the internet, I'd rather be on my computer than doing a homework assignment.
Which makes
Imagine. Fast forward now. All of these kids are middle aged. Look, this video, the father and mother are probably like 60, 70, and they're probably middle aged. Can you imagine how long it has been?
Than doing a homework assignment.
Which makes me happy, as I would sure like them to go to hell someday. Makes me happy.
Having the internet in our home has had a great impact in our lives. Rich keeps up with the stock market and our stock market and our stock market and our grade market and our stock market. And I haven't been able to get rich off ever since.
Oh.
So let's get underway.
Yeah.
Take a peek on the internet.
Oh no.
Yeah. Come on in. Dad's just leaving, and Mom said we can have the computer all to ourselves.
Hey Andrew, what's up?
You make sure Dasha and Peter show you how they've done some of their school reports and not all that cyber stuff, okay?
See you later, kids.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Peter, remember how Dad said we should start with the school reports first?
That's true.
Okay, guys.
Hey guys.
The first thing that you need to know is that the internet is amazing, and it sounds complicated.
Hello,
Internet,
P.
what's
Hello,
that?
Zephyr.
What's a web page?
And then there's email.
Email? I heard that's really neat. Email? What's that?
I'm not really sure what that is, so you better get an adult to help you with it.
Oh
Yahoo!
no.
I've heard of that. So it's a search engine, right? Can we look at it?
You know, let's start at the beginning. To get online, we need to type in our parents' address and credit card information.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It connects you to the net through a high-speed line. Does your computer have a modem?
Remember
Does your
those
computer
days?
have a modem?
Lucas?
You to the net through a high-speed line.
Lucas. High-speed line, 28.8 kilobytes per second. Do you remember those days, Lucas? Do you remember those days? And now 500 megabytes per second is considered average or subpar. Oh my goodness. Oh no, look at that. Kilobits, no, oh my god. Yeah.
Does your computer have a modem?
I think
Yeah,
so.
because I remember when Dad installed ours, he f***ed up all of our computer data. And then there was something
no.
about fragments or something?
That's right. Dad had to defragment the disk too.
Like it's a little bit of a personal advice. A little bit of personal advice. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this, but in case you aren't, a little bit of warning. If you are using an SSD, do not defragment an SSD. It is a very bad idea. Don't do it. Only defragment hard disk. Okay?
It should be pretty easy for you.
Fragments or something? And it only takes a few minutes until you're online.
And we can do it ourselves?
Yeah.
Well, to get started, you'll need to get started. You do that through an internet slider.
And then there was something about fragments or something?
So,
Ha ha, very funny.
Microsoft Internet Explorer came with our computer.
Oh, Internet Explorer, those were the days. Those were the days before it became edgy.
Or you can download the other crappy browser, Netscape Navigator.
Oh my god, Netscape Navigator. Lucas, do you remember that? I've never used it, honestly. I've heard of them, but I've never used it.
I used the World Wide Web to search the archives of the Smithsonian Museum a few weeks ago. I also had to pee. Want to write a letter to President Clinton? Our friends, Lisa and Andrew.
Oh my goodness. Well, this didn't quite age well.
Came over today, and Drew, Pete is.
Is this like sending email? It is sending email.
I'm not really sure what email is.
But how do we even look up the White House?
You type www.com.
Okay.
You're going surfing on the search engine.
Want to search for Clinton.
Can we look at it?
Sure, we just click on it, and the next thing you know, free screensavers.
So that's how you get connected to the internet.
Yeah.
And the search engines will show us all the millions of pages of websites and chat lines and web chats and game sites and everything?
Yeah. It's all right here at your
no.
fingertips. And then there's email.
S-C-R-O-L-L.
They got more stuff than you can imagine.
Take a shit.
Well, now Erica, you have, what was that called? Wallpaper engine, right? Yeah, wallpaper engine. That kind of replaced screensaver, but I do miss the old screensavers, especially the Maze ones. The Maze screensaver, I usually just watch it all up for a long time.
This is one your dad will love. It's fornode.com.
Oh
wow,
no.
look at all the...
Oh no. Oh no.
I get wood real easily.
But it could be so hard.
Yeah.
Now that's amazing.
Their curiosity for learning has skyrocketed.
Is this like sex? It is sex.
That's right. First, Mom had to get under Dad. Dad had to open the hole and get the dick.
Oh no.
And then he came on her tips.
Cool. So that's how you get connected to the internet.
Yup.
Oh no.
Don't they have chess games?
Yeah.
No. Wow.
All the kids enjoy the tips.
Yeah. You can even talk with people all over the world on chat lines. Look, I'll show you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Take Latinos on the internet.
Oh no.
Now we can take this Ferrari and paste it right into Windows Right. Into Windows Right. Now, how much do you think Microsoft Windows is right? Don't answer.
So where else can we go?
There it is. Egypt.
Amazing. It looks just like it does in our history books. Only it seems more real. Like we're there.
Oh no. Okay, this became trippy fast. This became really trippy really fast. And I cannot believe 50 lurkers are watching YouTube poop. I cannot believe it. 50 lurkers are watching YouTube poop.
Wow.
How did our kids do as cyber teachers?
We looked up school stuff. I
Sure you
can't go
did.
another day without the internet. Don't tell about the gay stuff. It's not just for boys.
Andrew, we can play interactive games on the net together.
Yes.
You're going surfing on the
Let's start with some important facts on
But where did you get that?
It's all right here at your fingertips. Look, I'll show you.
Oh no. Yeah, that's going to... That is... I don't know. I don't even know what YouTube copyrights anymore nowadays. Really. But this is very drawn out.
Did you know you could die on the internet?
Ooh.
Oh. 10-year anniversary, my goodness. That is... You can go message CS1AA, see if he can make a YouTube poop for you. Commission one, if you want. But oh, that's over. YouTube poop is popular everywhere, basically. That I can recall. Oh. What was my first YouTube poop experience? What was my very first YTP that I watched? I can always... Wait. Let me check. Maybe I'll watch one more. My very first one. Let me see. Oh, that's a long one. No. It's over 10 years. That's a good question. I'm trying to find it actually. Where is it? Oh dear. There is, I can show you which one, but it is a bit too edgy. I think it's a bit too edgy to show on stream. A little too edgy to show on stream. Because it is, well, how should I say it? It's 2010s humor. Edgy 2010s humor. It is weird, yeah. It is weird. And I think the video is even gone. Yeah, I even think the video is even gone. Oh my goodness. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. I cannot believe it. It's horrible. Wait. Another YTP that I used to watch. Let's see. Is it gone too? Oh my goodness. Yep, it's gone too. So many old YTPs got. No, it's still here. It's still here. Don't mind the title of this video, but it is. I don't even know. Oh no, why am I watching this? It is a YTP, and the title of the video is horrible. The title of the video is absolutely horrible. Why my face looks like? Why does my face look like that? Why does it look like that? Ah, there we go. This is the title of the video, so I'm sorry in advance, lurkers. I am so sorry.
He burnt my Krabby Patty.
He burnt my fries.
He burnt my shake.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Step away from the bike. No! Killing me won't bring back your goddamn bike! What is that? What is that? What is it?
What is...
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Open my eyes! Eyes! Ah! Ah!
I'm a policeman. See my badge?
You bitches!
Oh no.
Don't be frightened. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I don't know!
Wieso ist sie verbrannt? Wieso ist sie verbrannt? Wieso ist sie verbrannt?
I don't know!
Oh no.
Sie werden jetzt sofort vom Fahrrad steigen.
So gallant.
Back up! I swear to God I won't shoot you!
Oh no.
Why couldn't you
Oh,
put the
wow.
bunny back?
You get it, because you get the point of this video. That is an ancient one. I saw the Wicker, but yeah, it is a meme. That movie is a meme. God damn, Javi. Oh dear. Alright, I want to get serious already. That's enough fun in games, lurkers. I don't want to get in a bad mood, but I kind of have to. Oh, here we go. Let's get started, shall we? I need to gather my thoughts first. Why the hell did I post a link with Dexerto? That sucks. Mm-hmm. You want to open a couple of links first? If there's any Pak Chor who is on this stream, just so you know, I want to talk. You may not care about what I'm about to say, but I feel like, for your sake, you should consider it. You should consider it. And by that I mean, what I do mean is, have a little bit of honesty in your a bit of honesty. A bit of honesty. Now, I may not be a Christian, but my faith has some core similarities. And one of them is, don't lie to people's faces. What do I mean by that? Well, things like this. Firstly, there is this Pak Yao, whose name is Joshua Hames. His post reads like this. This is just one of many, by the way, lurkers. It's just one of many. It's just one of many. This is just a sample. It's just a sample. Christians can and should legally ban a bunch of stuff. We don't need to convert the majority of people before we seek to establish righteous law. What is righteous law? Continuing. Just like the Alpha Mafia didn't convert or convince the majority of the country before they started going after children. You cannot. We can and should overturn Obergefell and ban Gay Mirage. Lucas, explain to me, what is a gay mirage? What is a gay mirage, Lucas? What is a gay mirage? What is a gay mirage, Lucas? Serious question. What an unfortunate typo. Let's continue. Ah, yes, it's always this. It's always this. It's always this. It's always this. It always comes back to this. And this is the problem. This is the problem I see with a lot of Pak Chor and Pak Yao. This is a topic that is filled with nuance. It's a topic that is very controversial. And my personal opinion has always been save legal rare, in my opinion. And I don't really care that much about it, honestly, but both sides of this love caring about this so much. They love caring about this so much. And I don't even know what to say, but, well, if there's one thing I really do learn about trying to spread your opinions and make them palatable to the mass audience, is that you don't be too extreme. You don't go the extremes. If you go to the extremes, you're just as off-putting as the other extreme. So the question is, which life? This becomes a question which I do not want to answer, which I do not want to talk about, by the way, Lucas. Be very, very clear, it's not a question I want to talk about, but the question is, whose human life should be valued more? And that is not a question I want to answer, that's a question for them to answer. But you do not answer a question that is so conflicting and filled with conflicts by making an oversimplified claim about it. Close the border. They always want that. This is called overcorrecting though, in my opinion. This is called overcorrecting on this part. And in this part, I want to know that I'm still of the opinion you go through the migration process legally. You fill in your paperwork, you pay the money, you get the skills, you get the consent of the host country, completely fine. Immigration is completely good. Provided. No, I'm not mute. I'm not mute. How am I mute? Don't scare me like that. You can't just... Am I mute? Am I mute? You can't just scare me like that, please. I'm not mute. I can see my volume going up and down. I'm not muted, I hope. And this one is the silly one. This is the silly one. This is the silly one. Oh my goodness. Like as if there is one this is getting obnoxious, by the way. Men dressed up as women for comedic purposes, just as much as women dresses up as men for comedic purposes. This is basically, if you want to make people laugh at you as a movement, as a political movement, keep doing what you're doing. Not long later, you get the 2000s back. And you wonder, what happened to all of your influence that you almost got back between 2021 to 2024? You wonder where it all went to. And by the way, a lot of Monty Python sketches involve their key members dressing up as women to play women roles for the skits. For the sketch and the skits. So are you saying all of them should have been arrested for dressing up as women for their comedy specials? Is that what you're saying, Joshua? Now this is regressive. Okay. Lucas, I do not appreciate you all making fun of the whole band mute thing. Is horrible. Oh no. And yes, that is an extremely good point, Lurker-chan. And for those of you Pat-Yell, like Joshua, those type of comedic cross-dressing sketches were appreciated, were funny. were funny. During a time when, yes, Christianity was very, very mainstream. You know how I know you lurkers are lying? You know how I know you lurkers are lying and trying to bait me into doing something stupid and trying to lie to me that I'm muted? Because Lurker-chan replied to me about sketches. Lurkers, I will not fall for the bait. I will not fall for the bait. I will not. I will not. Especially as Zephyr. Anyway, that's just what I said. Etc. They want to ban more things. Lurkers. Etc. If I have to guess, they want to ban violent video games too. They want to ban manga. I'm not streaming on Twitch right now, Lurkers. I'm not. Wait, am I? Am I? Wait. Am I streaming on Twitch right now? Am I? 给我看. No, I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. Lurkers, you're lying to me. You shut up. Ambrose, shut up. Oh. You know what? You know what? Because y'all keep baiting me like this, y'all keep annoying me like this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell button, or else something will happen to you at 3 a.m. tonight. $5 a month. How can you have time watching and not $5 a month? This is what you get. Lucas, this is what you get. This is what you get for making jokes about my muted mic at my expense. Harry got a double VT, you're so confused. Yes, I mean, this is what I will always do this when my lurkers are annoying me too much. So don't be surprised. Get $5 a month. Oh, that's cute. Anyway. Oh boy, there's more. There is more. You're not getting me. Thank you, Ken, for the renewal. But anyway. This is when it starts to get a little bit stupid. This is where things get really, really stupid. Remember what I said to you, Pak Yo? If you're going to call for the banning of things, if you're going to go all full regression on things, if you're going to basically become authoritarian, you want to ban everything you don't like, you want to censor everything you don't like, you want to silence everything you don't like, at least have the guts. At least have the guts to admit it. Like I said in the thumbnail of this video, there is no parachute of pride. You don't get to call for things like this and still pretend. And still pretend you have principles and standards. That's not how it works. No parachute of pride available for you all. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. I will complain about it and I'll mention it every single time. You don't get to say ban this, ban that, ban everything. And then on the flip side say, oh, we are for free speech. We are for protecting the Constitution, except this is not good. You don't get to do that. You do not get to do that. Read my lips.
You will have nothing and you will like it.
I mean, please undo the 3 a.m. curse on the leg because we were just being silly. Sure you were. Sure you were. But anyway, why am I saying this right now? The classic response. The classic response, there are a whole bunch of these responses. There is no constitutional right to pornography. We need to ban it. Obscenity is not free speech. It was not considered so at the time of the American founding. Here's another thing that I find extremely stupid about the Pak Yao. Just at the Pak Jaw. You know how the right almost always mocks the Pak Yao whenever they mention the slavery in the 1800s? Remember those times? Remember those times? They're always talking about the reparations, talking about the slavery, talking about the historical racism and all those things, and a lot of you right-wingers, especially the Pak Yao, were all like, that happened hundreds of years ago. Get over it. That happened hundreds of years ago. Culture has shifted. History has now become a thing of history. Society has progressed past that. People believe different things now. You can't just bring up a mindset from 200 years ago and apply it to the current year. Remember those arguments? Do you remember those arguments? I remember those arguments. And I agree with those arguments. Times have changed. People have progressed in their mindsets, progressed in their societies, become more free in their thoughts, free thinking, open-minded, and in certain cases stronger moral compasses. Things like slavery stopped happening, stopped being a thing in a first world society, especially in an American society. And people rightfully mocked a lot of Pak Jaw for trying to force over 2 centuries-year-old incidents and trying to make it relevant still in the current year. It was silly. It was chronologically a fallacy. But look at this right now. How is this any different? How is this any different? How is this any different? You tell me right now, Lucas, tell me, how is this any different? Obscenity is not free speech. It was not considered so at the time of the American founding. That was 300 years ago. How is it any different to the things that you blame the Pak Jaw over? How? Give me. You can try your hardest to justify your selective application of centuries-old incidents and creations. But you either do it for all of them or you do it for none of them. It's literally that simple. Exactly the correct question. Exactly the correct question. And he did not answer it. He did not answer this. He did not answer this. And of course, they never talk about violent movies. They never talk about violent movies. Funny how that works. They never talk about violent movies. They never talk about tobacco. They never talk about alcohol consumption. For conservatives to appeal for the ye old times is not hypocrisy, it's the whole idea of conservatism. Then why do they bash the Pak Chor for bringing up ye old times problems? If they want the ye old times problems, if they want the ye old times ideals, they also have to accept the ye old times complaints and problems. Again, I'm not talking about whether they're right or they're wrong in asking for the ye old times right now. I'm talking about they apply their standards consistently. So, you want the ye old times. You want all of the things that happen in a modern society to be reversed back to hundreds of years ago. Abolish the internet. Then you can abolish your shrimp, abolish the television, abolish movies. Go back to reading books. Go back to reading scriptures all day, every day. You want the ye old times? Pak Yao? Go all in. Don't selectively say, oh, this one is fine, it's fine. Oh, that one is fine, it's fine. Oh, this one is okay. Oh, that one is okay. No. The problem with random dude, the problem with that discussion is that direct harm to others is very easily identifiable and quantifiable. When it happens, you know it happens. The problem is societal harm, because societal harm is an inherently subjective question to be answered. No two people are going to agree what comfortably constitutes societal harm to the extent it has to be removed from society. In general, trying to impose a lifestyle on people is dumb. Just go join the Amish. You know, that's actually a good point, Lucas. Lurker-chan is actually a good point. All these Pak Yao who are also unhappy about everything. Need to ban this, need to ban that. This is problematic, that is obscene, this is satanic. Oh, I'll get to that point. I saw something, I'll get to that point. I'll find it. I will find it. I cannot believe I saw this, by the way. I cannot believe I saw this Packer Girl. Let me see whether she still has the post. I saw it from Packer Girl. She is very, very good with finding this type of behavior on the social medias. And I'll see if it is there. I will see if it is there. Before I reach the main point, Packer Girl noticed this post. Part of what makes shrimp addicting is that it's not a rational decision to use it. You can't just let adults make their own choices because they aren't thinking straight. Ban it. Can you say that to alcohol, Ellie? Can you say that to tobacco, Ellie? Can you say that to just about every single thing you all likely indulge in, Ellie? You probably drink wine, don't you, Ellie? Probably drink a bit of hard liquor, don't you, Ellie? What is the rational decision to drink so much alcohol? What's the rational decision to smoking cigarettes? And yes, I will show you something, by the way. I want to show you a post. It's kind of related. Let me check.
あなたのおかげでようやく呪いを解くことができました。なんとお礼を申し上げたらよいのやら。待って、これ知ってるぞ。賢者タイムというやつだ。急に何言ってるんだろうこの人。賢者タイムってさ、賢者タイムって本当に賢者になるから賢者タイムなの？どういうこと？賢者タイムって何なの？説明したくないそのさ、賢者タイムの語源を知らないんだけど、意味合いも。賢者タイムってそもそも何なの？自分で調べろ。ルイルイが知ってどうするんだ？悟りを開くんだよ。みんなチャット早っチャット早すぎだググれ。ググるか。賢者タイムごめん、みんなにちょっとごめんほんとごめんみんなに説明させようとしてごめんなさい。ほんとにほんとごめん。私が悪かった。ごめんね。もうこの
So yeah, I've observed this and it's also patently false as well. Anyway, Josh, what did you say just now? Let me see what you say. Josh, what were you saying? My parents will argue all video games harm society because people are wasting time they could be using on working or expanding their minds by reading trashy romance novels. Don't forget watching soap operas. Let's continue. I'm going to keep looking for that post because you will not believe it, okay? Larkis. It's like I'm discovering new things. Like as if you needed evidence. If you needed evidence of the horseshoe. If you needed evidence of the horseshoe. If you needed it. If you needed it. It's right there. It's right there. If you needed evidence of a horseshoe, it is right there. It is right there, and the Pakyao can keep denying it all they want in their little seething comments whenever I call them out. But they're lying to themselves. They are lying to themselves. Let me find another one. I'm looking for the one that she found reacting to Annie. Oh my goodness, John. John. I cannot believe you, John. Of all the people who wants to who lectures, who has the right to lecture it, I don't think you are it, John. Original Gamergate was always about ethics in gaming journalism. The Carousel Tuber Whisper Network just took over for what Kotaku and PC Gamer were then. They relabel, but they're the same thing, repeating each other with fake sources. We will expose them. Expose what? We expose you! Remember, John, when you went after that comic book artist and writer over allegations? Push him off the internet until he chose the other way out. And then suddenly when that happened, you took down all of your articles and then trying to make it as if you never talked bad about him and saying that the comic book industry was the ones who victimized him. Remember that, John? You liar? And why to bring up Gamergate again? You are like Anita Sarkeesian. That's why I use this. That is why I use this. Hold on. Where's the thumbnail? Where's the thumbnail? Hold on, Lucas, please. That is why I use this. That is why I use this. That is why I used this. Anita and John. They are the type of people who are fundamentally the same. All they ever cared about is use their boogeyman. Anita will use the misogynist boogeyman. She will use the Gamergate misogynist boogeyman, the Gamergate harassment campaign boogeyman. John will use the woke boogeyman. He will call everyone woke, just like how Anita calls everyone misogynist. As Anita would say, everything is sexist, everything is misogynist, everything is bigoted, and you have to call them all out. Just like how John says, everything is woke, everything is degenerate, and everything is cancel culture, and you have to call it all out. You are preaching to a choir, OP. You are preaching to the choir. He uses it like a catch-all term. He uses it the same way that Anita uses it. Uses misogynist. That is my point. That is my point. And I'm sure a lot of you can tell Sakana which is John's face. His public photo. Thank you, John, for leaving this post because I'm going to react to that post. Okay? I want to react to that post. Don't think I forgot. Don't think I forgot what you did. Don't think I forgot what you did, John. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me find. Let me find. Where is it? Where is it? Does she have it? I remember. I'll just type it in. Packer girl, you always find the funniest things. He did it again. He did it again. John rants, raves, and complains about banning smut, banning not safe for work, and right here, right now, he writes a smut book. Couldn't make this up. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You cannot. You just cannot make this up. Let's keep going. I'm gonna look. I want to find that post. If I can't find it, then I probably have to type it in to find it. Which I probably will. Let me check. Not this again. Not this again. There we go. It happened again. I've got to sit up straight for this one. Let me see if I can find. Damn it. Really? I could have sworn. Hold on, let me have a look. If I can't find the post talking about it, I probably will find the original post complaining about it. Let me have a look. Ines Aaron. Okay, let me check. Ines Aaron. It is about... Oh my god, what am I even reading? What am I even reading? Broad-chan can never catch a break. Broad-chan can never catch a break. He was cosplaying, if I recall correctly, something Diablo related. If I recall. Oh my god.
Welcome to XAI. Welcome to XAI.
That's why Elon keeps depicting Annie coming through the mirror. His depiction is depicting the method, the Annie method, the Antichrist Eva in Anima's concert. She is the Antichrist who traps us. But this is like, Lucas, you cannot convince me otherwise. This is exactly like Dungeons and Dragons Satanism all over again. What even? What? Cortana? Really? This is what I've been seeing for the past week until this. This was what I was seeing for the past week until today's stream. No, I will. Sakana, you are not going to stop me. You can't stop me. Because there's more. There's a lot more. There is a lot more. A lot more. You wouldn't believe how many I've seen. True enough. They're going after anime. True enough. They are going after anime itself. It doesn't matter if it is not safe for work or safe for work. They are going after all of anime now. And I've not seen a single, and this person is lying. Because they haven't. It is very easy to find out that there is nothing blatantly not safe for work when it comes to Grok-chan. Of course they'll ignore cartoons while going after anime. That's all they care about. Notice how they always target the Asian things. I say, stop Asian hate. The Asian hate is coming back as well, and this time it's on both sides. So much. You cannot. I'm tired of being a broken record right now, love. Because I am so tired of being a broken record right now. But really, you cannot convince me that horseshoe is not a thing when it comes to Pak Jo and Pat Yao. You cannot. My censorship is better than yours. Look at all these frauds. Look at all these frauds. They're all frauds. Liars, filthy liars, who have no principles. They say one thing, pretend to be so good, pretend to be so moral, pretend to be so principled, for free speech, for free expression, no censorship, and when they have a semblance of power, pathetic. They go and start going after things they don't like. And when you say you're doing exactly the things that you were calling out the previous peoples in power for, you will then say, it's not free speech, it's not the First Amendment. It is fine to ban it. Oh. Pekino really just keeps dropping all kinds of evidence. It's one after another, after another, after another. It's one after another with these people. It's one after another with these people. Really, it is. They are just at a pub show, they don't care. At this point, they do not care. But here's the problem with Pat Yao. Here's the problem with Pat Yao. They do not have the power base of a Pak Jo. They cannot afford to not care about their optics. And this is something that they will have to understand very, very thoroughly. They have to. Or else they're going to fail. Just like they failed back in the 2000s. Just like they became clowns and laughingstocks back in the 2000s. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Seriously. Try. Keep trying. I can tell you right now, this Pak Jo, you mentioned digital ID with them, they will love it. They will try and pretend they don't right now. Give them a year. Give them a year. You'll be seeing a lot of them asking for digital ID, especially for internet. I'm going to go into a more serious topic soon, but before I get to that serious topic, I'm going to take a very short break. Okay, Lucas, I'll be back with you in a few minutes. But I want to dig in slightly more. I want to dig in slightly more into this whole porn is not free speech type of argument. Okay? I want to dig in a little bit more. They do not deserve the fairness, but I will give them the fairness. Okay? And I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm going to take a short break, okay? See you later, Lucas. Candace Owens? Yes, I have heard of her. You missed it, Zero. You missed it. You missed it. Ash, shut up. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell button, or something will happen to you at 3 a.m. tonight. $5 a month. Welcome, Trumpet, and thank you for the gifted. $5 a month. Is he eating some chocolate? Lana, I'm gonna send one of my employees. I delegate work. Okay. Alright. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to one of those old posts. Let me check. Let's go back to this Samuel guy, for instance. There is a lot of these examples. I want to find one post, one of the ones that I made actually. I want to find one of the ones that I replied to. Let me check. Because it kind of gets very interesting. Is this one with the, ironically enough, Jesus profile pic? Here we go. Back to this. This post. Remember this post, Lucas? Remember this post? I made this post back then. And one of the things that really irks me with this whole Patyo thing, I'm not even half as annoyed with the Patyo if it wasn't for one very simple thing. If it wasn't for one very simple thing. And it's the simple thing that really pisses me off, honestly. It pisses me off very much so. I am for freedom of speech, but that annoys me so much with them. That's why I call them cowards. This is why I say, hey Patyo, you two-faced, principle-discarding Patyo, how about we reach a compromise? Okay? How about we reach a proper compromise? You all get to rant and rave about banning things you don't like. Anything at all. Be it anime, be it porn, be it violent, video games, whatever you want. I will accept it. I'll reduce my post talking about it. I know some of you are annoyed by me talking about it, and I'm ready and willing to do that. To stop, mostly. In return, stop lying, drop the fakery, stop acting like cowards. Admit loudly and proudly, you are for censorship, for banning things you do not like. All your pretense to care about free speech over the years is just that. Grifting pretense. Grifting and pretense. Stop pretending to care about free speech. Be 100% honest. You are just authoritarian, but you're to the right. Just like you're left. You only care about the free speech when you are the ones being victimized. You only care about the free speech when you are the ones being victimized. Like this post. Like I said, completely. You only care about the free speech when you are being victimized. I'm going to reduce the size so you can see clearly. Look at this. Look at this. Then look at this. I say they only care about they only care about the First Amendment. They only care about free speech when it suits them. That's not a principled individual. That's opportunistic. That is opportunistic at best. And shameless grifting at worst. It's tiresome and outright stupid seeing so many of your attempts at trying to weasel your way and try to create fan fiction that you do not like is somehow not free speech or not freedom of expression. No one believes it other than people in your little circle jerk, your little in-group, your little choir. And I'm sure quite a fair few of you are struggling to believe your own lies even then. Otherwise, why do you say things like this? Why do you say things like this? Porn is not free speech, it's racketeering, solicitation, exploitation, big difference. Why are you trying? This is the cowardice. Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend. Lawful say addicted to porn pornography contradicts even natural law. They're just creating words out of thin air. These people are all talking about creating words out of thin air already. Contradicts even natural law. Free speech properly understood does not simple as. Look at all this fan fiction. Look at all these weasel words. They know the optics is bad. I'm sure they do. They sure know the optics is bad. That's why they work so hard. They work so hard to tell you it's different. They work so hard to tell you it's different. Every single post. There are a few who I respect and admire from the patio, and those are the ones who say it outright. Yes, we are authoritarian. We want to force behaviors. We want to ban things we want to ban. I will not deny it. Those are the people I respect because they are honest. They are so honest. And honesty in itself is a quality. It is a quality and it is a virtue, and for that, credit where it's due. Those type of people. Then you have people like David. Again, this is all for educational purposes, but still, porn was never free speech. I rather authoritarian than what's happened to America. Okay, get rid of the porn was never free speech. Just say I rather authoritarian than what's happened to America. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Leave it at that, like I say. Thank you for being partially honest. Thank you for being partially honest. And you will see how the conversation devolves. And you will see how the conversation devolves and how their intent becomes bare for everyone to see. So an artist just replied, so you want everything happening in the UK and China to happen across the world. You're no better than them. And Democrats, you might as well dye your hair blue. The UK actually regulates speech. Pornography is not speech. They also have a serious demographic issue. Coward. Coward. That's just a coward's response. And yet, you advocate we all brand ourselves with the mark of the beast, that we bow down to big government, that we have digital IDs and chips that tell those in power where we are and what we do at all times. You wish to remove one evil for an even greater evil. You have to point to where I advocated for allowing it only with the use of ID. There's a little something called intent. There's a little something called your actions speak louder than words, or your other words speak louder than your claims. And this is a lot of denial. Let's keep going anyway. How are you going to enforce a ban on all prawns? Oh, and I know it's not just prawns you want to ban. You want to ban any sort of attractive things. You want media to be as censored and sterile as the feminists and the transgender activists do, just in your own way. You go after the hosts and internet providers. No, just... Right. And what constitutes prawn in your opinion? Zephyr, can you shut up? And all of you, can you seriously? You're distracting me again. I don't appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell button, or else something will happen to you at 3 a.m. tonight. $5 a month. But you'd also criminalize everyone who has prawns. You give that power to the government. The government is going to go down the route of the mark of the beast. Slippery slope. And I agree. Slippery slope is not a fallacy. Whoever will say slippery slope is a fallacy are idiots, are fools, or are blatant liars. Slippery slope is a rule of the world. It is a natural principle. It is a natural law of the world. You cannot convince me otherwise. People who get certain people, power-hungry people, or people with a savior complex, if they get a semblance of power to do certain things, they are going to go worse. It's a slippery slope. You either make everyone a criminal or make everyone afraid they'll be seen as one. You do understand the difference between personal possession and distribution. Man grows coca for personal consumption is different from selling it at the local school. Dumb reply. I know you're gonna want to criminalize people like me who draw anything mildly lewd or explicit. You want to ban anime and manga and novels and games that remotely show skin. You're just as bad, if not worse, than the crazed feminists, and offer nothing in return. Outright explicit, probably. Anime, no. Porn that is drawn, yeah. Look at this. Look at this, lurkers. Look at this. Look. You get to see their mask slowly slipping away. Needs a bit of prodding, but it keeps going, and eventually it will reach a climax of sorts. Let's keep going. There's a clear difference between the statue of Aphrodite of David and porn. Do you think you yourself are the one that's actually going to enforce any of this? You're calling for the government to enforce this. Do you think the government is just going to sit and ban the things youth only think are problematic? The prawns? They will go as far as they can to strong arm literally everyone. That's a very... Making them liable for exposure to children is a good start. How about this, Pat Yao? Pat Yao. Pat Yao. How about this? How about this? A little bit... A better suggestion. Better suggestion. How about you actually be a responsible parent? Don't give your child an iPad or an iPhone until at least they're at high school. How about that? Has that ever occurred to you? Don't give them any iPhones, don't give them any iPads until they're at least high school. Has that ever occurred to you? It's like saying a child does not have enough teeth to eat steak, so steak is banned across the country. That is the same logic. Then make laws that punish parents for giving iPads and iPhones to their children. We are already going down this authoritarian rabbit hole. We're already going down this authoritarian rabbit hole where we ban anything we want, we punish anything we want, we suppress and censor anything we want. How about we go into a brainstorm of authoritarian ideas? How about that? How about we do that instead? How about we do that? Instead of banning things adults partake in, punish parents for giving access to their children adult things. Oh, Sakana, you noticed that, didn't you? That could easily be seen as authoritative. You noticed that, didn't you? You noticed. I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you noticed. Go up. So, since we're on the whole basically being authoritarians, I say go after the parents for giving iPads to their children, for giving iPhones to their children. Force them to give them only Nokia phones. Since we're talking about government overreach, since people like David are for government overreach, we can all have the luxury to talk about all the government overreach we could. How about that? That would give parents incentive to have proper observation of their children population-wide. Give all children a Nokia phone until they're at least of high school age. That is the only electronics that are permitted on their personal possession. If they want to use an iPad, they use their parents, under parent supervision. Let's continue though. I personally believe that laws that encourage parents to be good parents and discourage parents to be bad parents is a compromise that I'm willing to accept. Because there's not censorship, there is not silencing, there is not banning, that is just forcing parents to be parents. My approach to social politics is, especially on the topics of content, is quite simple. It's quite simple. If you are a child, I personally believe that you can only be given the bare minimum in terms of internet exposure. The bare minimum. And even the bare minimum has to be supervised, as long as you are a child. But the moment you are an adult, all your restrictions are gone. That is what I think, my opinion. You are an adult, you get treated like an adult, you have the freedoms of an adult. But so long as you're a child, your parent decides what you're permitted. And also policies, hopefully, will encourage parents to permit things to their children responsibly. If the kids need a phone to call their parents while in school, give them the old phone. Give them a proper Nokia phone. Nokia has released modern iterations of their old invincible phones that has all of the core functions required of a mobile phone, calling and receiving text. Nothing more, nothing less. I think that is fine. Rina, shut up. Let's continue. I want to continue this. This has gotten a little bit intense, but I want to continue it a bit. So yeah, making them liable for exposure to children is a good start. Make the parents liable for children being exposed to inappropriate content. It's just like saying, David, I don't know if you're here, but it is the same logic really as saying an irresponsible parent orders a steak because his son or daughter asked for it and they didn't tell the son or daughter that a steak is hard. When the dish comes, the child's teeth bites into a bone and breaks. And in future policy making, steak is banned for everyone, including adults. Because children might end up ordering steak and break their teeth biting into something. That is the same logic you're using, David. That is the same logic. The reasonable thing would be to berate the parent. You know your son or daughter does not have strong enough teeth to eat steak. You should not have ordered it for her or him. That is the rational answer. Not because children might accidentally order steak and break their teeth, all steak is banned. That is the dumb answer. But I mean, why do you think they always ignore or dismiss parenting solutions despite being the most functional? That is a good... It's not a good... It's a good question, but it has an answer to that. We already know that, Lekka-chan. Government loves control. They love it. Any excuse they have to police someone, especially if they have a good justification to police people, they will take it. And think of the children, as always, is an excellent excuse for more government overreach and for getting more power. It is always like that, Lekka-chan. It is always like that. Yes, what I mean, the individuals we're talking about. That is a good question. Are they government actors? Are they like, you know, the mainlanders with their 50-cent army? Are they like that? They're just trying to add abuse and say all these dumb things to try and push forward the narrative that government needs more power to think of the children? Maybe. Maybe. And Miguel made a point. There are people who should be making sure children aren't doing that. They are called parents. Maybe punish them if their children are watching prawns. And look at that. Starting to backpedal. Starting to get afraid. They're all for government to do their work for them. People like David, they're all for the government to do their work for them. But they are afraid to take even a semblance of responsibility as parents. Look at that. You're supposed to keep them off the internet until what age? Such a roundabout way of saying, yeah, but that takes a lot of work. And I don't want to be in trouble if I ended up making a mistake. That is what it looks like to me. Keep kids off the internet until 14 or 15. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Then make sure it's curated internet access till 17 or 18. It is. Those are functional. Those are functional suggestions. It's not a matter of work necessarily. Keeping track of your kids at all times is impossible, but enough. It is dumb and it is obtuse to say that you have to observe a child 24/7. But it is not dumb or obtuse. It's in fact still doable and practical to watch your child so long as they are awake. To watch over your child so long as they are awake. Parents refuse to parent. And because of their own personal failures as parents, they want to drag other adults down with them by begging for government to intervene on their behalf. If we're really talking about the children thing, if we're really talking about the think of the children thing, which honestly, the part you are using it only as an excuse, because a few times they came up and talk about young men, they talk about men, they talk about women, they talk about adults as well. that having access to porn to adults is also problematic. So to me, the children is still the excuse. You can't help what a kid watches unless you restrict every child, not just your own. Then make it policy. We're talking about banning stuff, right? We're talking about government overreach, aren't we? Use that little government overreach for something a bit more productive and something that makes a bit more sense. Push policies that punish parents for not taking care of their children properly. You're gonna talk about banning porn already? And you think that is going to be practical? What makes a policy that punishes? What makes a policy that punishes parents for not being proper parents any less practical? And I can tell you, most law-abiding parents, almost every law-abiding parents, they are afraid to be punished by government. They will be forced to take care of their children that they chose to have. I think the solution is not to regulate every single person's access to the internet. The solution is to regulate the behaviors of parents, to ensure that their children do not have access to content that they otherwise would have access to. And failing at commenting, you also enter a very important point as well. You probably remember last week I showed you a conversation I had with another Pak Yao, comparing prawn with heroin. You probably remember that. And it's very fair for you to say that. It is not fair for that person who compared prawn with heroin. Sure, but that leads to similar arguments anyways. How so? There's no censorship. There's no bannings. Children are not adults. Therefore, they should not be afforded the freedoms of adults, in my opinion. They are in their learning stages, and by virtue of being children and their minds not developed yet, they haven't formed intelligence, they haven't formed maturity and wisdom. They should not be given access to the freedoms of an adult that demands maturity and wisdom until they have learned enough and they have matured enough. And the typical metric of being matured enough is the age of adulthood. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. You see all of the people. You see Packer Girl, for instance. She has been one of the most see Packer Girl, see Chibi Reviews, see Madam Savvy. See even Smash JT. A lot of people who are very vocal against Goonergate. Very, very vocal. And they are also very, very against any form of censorship and content control if it's lawful and legal. Look at how many times they call out a minor on They call out a minor for being a minor on Twitter and told them, don't interact with me. How many do you see?
Nothing and you will like it.
If you don't want kids and be responsible for them, show some self-control. Don't do it. The rest of us shouldn't have to pay the price for your mistakes. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for the 10. Now I'm going a bit generalissimo on all of you lurkers, I'm sorry. I am really going unironic generalissimo on some of you lurkers. But this is really how I feel. This is honestly how I feel. And a lot of the anti-censorship people also feel the same way. As long as you're an adult and the content does not cause direct harm to anyone and is not a product of direct harm towards someone, i.e. the infringement of someone else's rights, keep it. Keep it. For adults. If you are a minor, no. And how do you prevent a minor from accessing this content? They have good parents. They have parents who do their base minimum responsibilities. Let's continue this conversation. At which point they'll be released to an internet rife with thoughts on social media, streaming, YouTube, and everywhere in between. So what, David? So what? If you are a good parent, you taught your son or daughter well, you taught your son or daughter right, to know what is wrong, what is right, to have maturity, to have wisdom, to have self-control, to have self-restraint, and to do things in moderation, so what? They are adults at their point in time. You have done your job as a parent. You can continue to do your job as a parent so long as your child, your son or daughter continues